right. Well, I'm back, and this is the computer with connected, hardwired to the internet, which probably won't go out, which would be good. So, let's see. Invite friends. Invite my dad, my brother, my mom. What time is it? 9:15. I don't need to invite some people that are at work, because I work when I want to, which is pretty cool. All right, so invite and invite and invite and okay, cool. Who else do I want to? Okay, let's see. Invite. Yes, click the button. I am clicking. All right, let's click and call it done. Yay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. Now I'm continuing, and I have this on, which is okay because I turned it down, and it should be cooked already, which is actually the tilapia. Whew, that is steamy. So I'm cooking the tilapia, and I can't bring the camera with me. I could, but it would be difficult. That would be awesome, actually. I have a few USB extensions, and then I could carry it around, hardwired. Would be really cool. Which would be really cool. Hopefully you can hear me all right. So if not, turn up your speakers, either on your phone or your computer or wherever you're watching this. So, and if not, then put on your headphones and then turn it up. And it'll be right in your ear. All right. So this actually needs the water kind of taken out. So now I'll put that over here. And I really don't like this part because I'm not good at it. So I am going to grab these things here, and which I need three hands. Let's see. Okay. Maybe I could extend my hands with this device. Okay. Cool. Now, I don't have what's called a colander. I used to call it a sieve, and it's really not called this. Yep, there we go. Of course. Okay. Forget it. I'm doing it the easy way / hard way. Anybody ever notice that the easy way takes way more thinking, effort, and hard work than to do it the hard way, and actually get it done quicker? So it's just funny how that works. All right, cool. So we're good there. And let's see, close these puppies up. Put those back in there. And let's see. Now I got to toast the buns, which I want to toast the outside because I like toasted bread. I really do. I don't know why. I guess everyone does. But anyways, I need to turn that off, and I'll keep it on the heat for a little while, just as it's simmering down. Actually, turning off. That'd be good. Now turn this one on. This one's the small burner. So I'm gonna put it on a little higher than medium, which is one button notch higher than medium. And I kind of pressed pause on everything for myself. I just worked on the computer and got some drivers, which helped increase the ability to use the camera, which is actually good. So I'm going to continue eating my cereal, which is made from yogurt milk, which is really good, actually. Oh, they're good. So, anyways, my next project is to turn my phone into a big speaker, which I have the speaker system in the house taken care or connected. So that would be good. And I'm thinking of a lot of ways to do that. I do have. Let me show you this. It's pretty cool. Where is that? Did I put it somewhere? Yes, right here. Sorry about that. Hopefully it's not connected to anything, but that's okay. All right, so level up here, level up, and level up more, and move that, get some more room. Okay, cool. So this device, which is really awesome, is an audio chip kind of thing. So you put whatever USB here, and then you put whatever audio here. And it doesn't matter if it's in or out or whatever. I mean, it really doesn't matter. The wires and the things are the same. The only thing that matters is where you put the connection to, like where, if you're doing an output to a speaker, I found out that on these pins here, that connector that's connected to this, opposite, to this little wire connector right here, is actually the single speaker connector. For some reason it's mono. So anyways, that is the speaker connector. And with that yesterday, I got you know, like humming or buzzing. So I put that through the green. I put my headphone jack that's connected to my what's it called, thingamabobber, stereo, into there, and got a buzzing sound from the power wire from the telephone cord, which was cool. But my next project is to buy a home phone with a speaker function that that I can just tear apart, and then add all the chips together and put the wire from there, from the output to the speaker, to here, to that. This is actually the positive, that one that's connected here. That's the positive, and the negative, I believe, is either left or right of that. And if you look back here, you can follow the paths of the wires. Well, this part right here is the green connectors, and then you see those. Let's see if I can get a better view. See these paths? See these paths go here and then back here, and if you follow them correctly, which you basically can, you can see which ones are attached to what nodes, and then you can connect it to the correct node on here, and the correct, I don't know all these terms, but anyways, that's how it works. It's pretty cool. So anyways, the next project is to connect the, like I said, the phone speaker to the speaker input of here. And this is a stereo to mono device that connect. Basically, what I like to do is put that on here, and then that means that the top and bottom will be connected to the same speaker wire, which will allow all of the audio in a stereo 3.5 millimeter audio jack, which is normal, to be put out to all of the speakers in a stereo system of stereo. meaning 2 channels left and right. In a car stereo, you can do that, and it does it automatically, which is pretty cool. So anyways, that's the process, and that's what I'm going to do. So I have this home phone. I bought this yesterday, and this doesn't have a speaker option, but I was tired of carrying around an actual, phone, which was pretty archaic. So, anyways, that would be fun. So, yeah, my speaker technology awesome system thing that I'm gonna make someday. Actually, soon when I get some money. So that'd be cool. Breakfast. Oh yeah, gonna finish this up. All right. Those are not toasted. Let's see where. Put these in the center. And like I said, this one is like I gotta figure out exactly which stovetop has more heat and less heat, depending on where I turn the dial, because they're all different. So I gotta figure out like what's the perfect one place on the dial to cause the correct amount of heat to toast something or to cook something not too quick and not too slow. And of course, it depends on what I'm cooking. If it's something that needs to be burnt, then for some reason, then of course turn on super high, and so on and so forth. So I do have tuna. That would have been quicker, but I mean tilapia tuna is cool too. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I have these PCs here, and I don't know what to do with them. I have like 3. I like the parts, so I have a huge all these drawers over here. If you can see them, actually, yeah, you can. Okay, all these drawers over here are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 drawers of electronics. And of course, they're categorized and stuff. This is basically coax cables, the cables for cable TV and internet. And I call that data cables. This is audio, video. Well, actually, this is audio, video, and this is audio, video. And then this one, these 2 on the bottom are devices like remotes and stuff like that. This one is power, and this one is power and extra stuff. And this one is also power. So 3 powers. And this one is, that's data. Okay, so that's data connections, as in basically all wires. Stuff that goes to your TV. Well, actually, that goes to audio, video, but that goes there too. I don't know, mostly telephone wires and stuff like that, which can be a multitude of different types of wires depending on what you want to do with it. So it can be data, it can be audio, video, which is essentially data. But anyways, and also the coaxial cables can be data too, which it's okay. So they're not put together based on the length of the wire and stuff like that, which I'd like to do someday, but no, not really. I want to keep it the way it is, which is good. Status quo is awesome. Check the toasted buns here. All right. It's just not toasting. You know what? It's probably because I do not have oil. Do you ever say words and they're like they don't mean anything? You're like reading the scriptures, or you're like saying something, and then you just they don't mean anything. They have no meaning, and you're like and you can't interpret it. Anyways, that happens sometimes. Until afterwards, then you think about it, and then you're like, oh yeah, I know what that means. And that's what I just did, was think about what I was saying, which was about the oil. And I said something like, because I did not have any oil, which for some reason was like meaningless. So, and it could be butter. Butter would be better, but I'm getting low on butter, so I'll call it good. And that should work. Let me get some oil on these puppies here. And you know what? If you add oil and salt, that's kind of like butter, depending on how fatty the oil is. And if it's, you know, that would be cool to kind of, well, I don't know. Oil is, oil, what is oil? Oil is a lot of things, depending on if you're having it for your car or for the stove. It can be petroleum-based. It can be plant-based. Basically, it's the extract of plant and animal fats, and that are put in a liquid form and put in a bottle. So, and really an archaic version of, as in very old, dinosaur times, an archaic version of oil is petroleum. And petroleum is taken from the ground. Why? Because the dinosaurs died and went under like lots of things, and their bodies degraded, and that degradation caused them to become oily, but the ground to become oily, and that covered the ground area in oil. And then all this land was put on top of it, which for some reason happens all the time. With old civilizations and old things, and dinosaurs too, the land keeps on rising, which I don't know how or why that does, but it does. So actually that would be cool to theorize, which I would like to do, and I actually have a theory about that. So anyways, the theory is that there's a phenomenon that miners, as in people who dig up the earth, go by, and they know that, and they've done that since the 1700s or even earlier. They know that digging up gold from the ground, like a layer of under the ground, happens if there's enough dirt above, or whatever, rocks and stuff. So now they didn't know why then, but they know why now. And I have a link to it on one of my bookmarks on the internet, which is from a legitimate site with lots of scientific articles to back it up. And so I'm going to add mayonnaise. So that increase of material is caused by the actual light. It's caused by light, which is amazing. So light from the sun, which is called stellar radiation, comes down and deposits metals into the earth. And that's amazing. Now, the way it does that is the electrons hit the material, and the material turns into matter because of the interactions of the light. And that's like unknown theory kind of thing. It's weird, but if you think about it, we create TVs that when the TVs, cathode ray TVs, the old tubes, hit a chemical on with this electron scanner, which is basically a light that goes like that. Hits the back of the TV. It turns into a chemical that we can see as in a glowing red dot, green dot, or blue dot, you know? So when that happens, it's actual material. It's a glowing blue dot, which is pretty cool. So that is a material. It's a chemical. It's real. So why can't the Earth do the same? You know, and deposit its own material into the Earth through all sorts of means. Basically, the chemicals yeah. So yeah. And so talking about that, my real theory is that light doesn't go through anything until it hits a material. Like, as I'm looking at this clock as I'm looking at this clock with LED light, it doesn't become red until it hits my eyes. And it doesn't interact with anything that isn't material except for my eyes and my interpretation, if there was nothing between here and there. But there is. So there's air and everything else in between here and there, which is interacting with material. So every piece of light that interacts with material turns into more material. Dark matter? I hope so. And dark energy. Cool. Maybe. I don't know. That would be cool. Alright, I think I'm hungry. I'm going to turn that off. And I just used up my reduced fat mayo with olive oil from Great Value. Alright. And I guess I'm not supposed to use metal things on the no-stick pan. So, and I don't know if I have relish. That would be cool. So relish, tilapia, mayonnaise, mustard. I think I have some other stuff that would be good. Okay. Well, that would be it for now. And spoon. All right. And olives. Mustard. That is from not the Worcester Boss, the other one. Crazy movie. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland. Okay, mustard. Wow, I love it. I was getting mustard and shoot. Okay, it's mustard and mayonnaise. Yeah, I don't have relish. No relish. You know what? I have hot sauce. That would be good. Some nice Taco Bell hot sauce. That'd be perfect. Wow, getting lost. I do have this Valentina salsa picante, which is pretty good. And it's actual hot sauce, which would be good. See, hot sauce. You know, if I'm doing the hot sauce, I'm not going to put the mustard. That would be too hot. Too hot. Yeah. No, I don't know. My palate is not tuned to spicy stuff as much. Although I do like it, which is funny. I went to this spicy store, which is fun. And it's in Goodyear. It's off of, what is it, Bullard and like the I-10. And then going west, if whichever one would be going, if you're going to Goodyear from Phoenix, you would turn left off the I-10, and then it's on the right before the first major light, which I believe is, I don't know, like, I forgot, Van Buren or something. So you go to that store, which is called Kick Butt hot sauce store or something, and it has a picture of a donkey and stuff. And then you go in there and they have every hot sauce and hot like product known to man, which is freaking awesome. So they have peanuts and they have like different flavored things, and they have like, I don't know, like candy and all sorts of stuff, and all levels of hot sauce. So they do have the ghost pepper, chili, all that stuff. So they have this circular table, multi-level table, with different levels of hot peanuts to test out, and they have spoons all through per item. And then, so it's cool. You open up, like you start at the mild, I do anyways, and you go all the way to the super hot. And that just, you know, or you could go straight hot and burn your mouth out, which would be fun. So that's one. I don't like that. It does need some mustard. You gotta shake the mustard before. To keep it consistent. They say that people with, in general, with the inability to smell really, like, that can't smell really well, actually, statistically non-related, but have a shorter lifespan, based on history and data and stuff of what they're saying. So basically, I guess they found a group of people that died early and looked at their journals or something, I guess. I don't know, or maybe their family members or something. That they said they had trouble smelling, like, well. So, anyways, one of those strange facts. So this is a tilapia sandwich, similar to a tuna sandwich, and yeah, let's try that. You know what? I'm gonna try that with the spoon first. I wish I had relish, but it's good and interesting at the same time. So it does need it. Man, it needs more hot sauce. Seriously. So, and it needs something like sour, like vinegar, something. So maybe lemon or lime. That would be good. And I do have lime as well, and more hot sauce. Yeah. And here we go. Going all out here. Gonna kill it. Okay. No, I don't want mild. Mild. Doesn't work. Mild. Oh, there's hot. Okay. Mild. Nope. No gluten-free. We don't want no gluten-free. No stinking gluten-free. Alright. Hot. Oh, I think I have a mild in there. So I only got 3 hots so far. Oh, this real mayonnaise. Whoa. Wow. Burger spread. That would be good. In-N-Out burger spread. Wow. Sounds good. Diablo. Sweet. That sounds good. More Diablo sauce. Alright. Meal. Putting that back. I guess you're not supposed to have plastic and things on the stove, but you know what? I don't follow no rules. Anybody tells me, I don't do it and do the opposite. Just to try it. All right. Seriously, like, if my dad asks me to do a chore, or if he has a list of chores, or he's really wanting to do a specific chore, one of them in particular was the picking up the dog stuff in the backyard. And I was like, no, it was picking up the rolled up tent on the back porch. And I did all this other stuff subconsciously. And then I finally picked up the tent stuff like 2 days later. And I was like, man, why did I do that, you know? And I thought to myself, okay, well, wait. It was important to him, right? So why didn't I do it first? And I guess I figured out that I just don't like obeying. So yeah, I'm an inobedient. So more Diablo. Only because I like to find things out on my own, which is a quality, and I could use that on my job interview. It'd be good. So I've been doing a lot of electrical engineering. That's been fun. Yeah. So for Heartwork Engineering, and it's so cool. Like Heartwork Engineering, my dad has a lot of business now. My dad worked for Honeywell. My dad worked for Honeywell for about, well, actually more than 40 years. Wow. About as long as he's been married. Well, not Honeywell in particular, but electrical engineering industry he's been doing for 40 years. And about the last, maybe, I don't know, 15 years or so? Maybe 10. He worked for Honeywell. And then for the last, well, before 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, I believe, he started working for Heartwork Engineering only. And it took a while to take off because, you know, he had this, he had it founded, 2003 or two, anyways, the early 2000s. You know, he had jobs, different places at companies. And so he decided to go on his own, which is pretty cool. Then my brother and I, and mostly Matthew, created his website, and my brother Robert as well. And that should be good. Then Matthew, who is a real genius, promoted the site like crazy through internet marketing. That's better. Yeah, that's good. It's not perfect, but it's good. I don't need a plate. So, yeah, now he has a lot of business and it's going well and stuff. That's awesome. So, I'm working for my dad, which is fun. So, I do. Anyways, I'm still learning, but I mean, I did CAD work in high school, and I did CAD work in college, and you know, did design work and all sorts of stuff, and computer stuff. It's fun. Yeah, built a lot of computers over the years. It's been cool. My first computer I built, I shorted out the CPU. I believe I dripped some sweat on there, but also I remember putting a magnetic tip of a screwdriver, which means the top of the screwdriver is dark, onto the, or nearby the CPU, which I'm going to taste this. Not perfect, but doable. So, that's good. Yep. So I put the magnetic screwdriver near the CPU, and and stuff. So, yeah. Oh man. Seriously, I'm gonna clean this house. That's gonna be fun. So I think I'm good. So I'll talk to you guys later. If you're gonna cook like tilapia and make it into a tuna sandwich, I don't know what to do. Like maybe I should read the ingredients of tuna because I think it should just be tuna and water. Ooh, vegetable broth and salt. That would actually be good. So maybe I could add some veggie broth or any kind of broth, really. It'd be good. Chicken broth. I don't know. But maybe I should do exactly what they say. And maybe my tilapia tuna sandwich would be better. Or really, tilapia sandwich. Cool. All right. Later.